Discover the unparalleled beauty of Kanab, Utah, the heart of the parks, and the ultimate base camp for your national park adventures. Kanab, Utah offers easy access to not one, not two, but three of America's most iconic national parks. Explore the majestic Grand Canyon, hike the stunning trails of Zion, and witness the awe-inspiring landscapes of Bryce Canyon. All just a stone's throw away from Kanab. But Kanab is more than just a gateway. Locals call it the Little Hollywood. It's a charming town with a vibrant community. So whether you're an outdoor enthusiast, a nature lover, or a curious traveler, Kanab welcomes you to make unforgettable memories in the heart of the parks. Plan your journey to Kanab today at visitkanabutah.com. Your gateway to endless adventures starts here.
A client met his banker to discuss opening a restaurant in a busy airport. In us, he found a partner that understood the importance of reaching for the sky. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Mac.
Ladies and gentlemen,
let's get started.
I have thought a lot in the last 24 hours.
Time to get your weekly sports fix.
By the skin of their teeth they lost.
Then you can just ride it the whole thing.
With Stix.
What's happening, everyone? Let's get started. We are back. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. Go to thisisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Grab some merch while you're there from the Funner family. Follow me on Twitter at Stix015. Follow this guy, the Anonymous Big Homie, at homie_anonymous.
Hey.
Join the conversation and ask that question or just talk some smack. Use that hashtag StixandSports. Anonymous Big Homie wants all that smack talk. He wants all that smoke, right?
Of course, anytime. It's all good. Like they say in Hollywood or what have you, any publicity is good publicity. Any smoke is good smoke, okay? But man, there was some events going down this weekend, man. I heard you was out on the links, getting it done, repping for the Always Having Fun Foundation. Man, I wanted to make it out there, man, but I got circumstances and things like that, man. Tell me how that went, man.
Hey, that was pretty. It was a fun time, as it always is. Shout out to all the volunteers, numerous volunteers that put in the time and the effort and the work to put on the great golf tournament that they do for Mr. Dave Henderson and his Always Having Fun Foundation that Danny and Trent Henderson are putting together now. So shout out to those guys and everybody that put in the time and effort, bro. I mean, I can't even imagine how much time is put into all that. And
I can't even.
And just to make it happen, it was at Washington National Golf Course down there in Auburn. Freaking awesome course. In my opinion, too much damn sand. I spent every single bro. Like, people always joke about like, oh, I'm going to be in the beach all day. I'm going to be in, the trees all day. I swear. And shout out to my partners, Jacob Jameson, Craig Jameson, and Bobby Finch.
Okay.
They will tell you personally, every damn hole. I literally don't think that not a single hole out of the 18 holes that one of us did not hit at least one shot in the sand on the entire hole. We were always in there. We had to actually hit out of the sand a few times because our knucklehead asses couldn't even get anywhere close other than the sand. But dude, it was so much fun. I
had the umbrellas and the lounge chair in the beach sand and everything, or what?
Geez, we might as well just post it up and put some flip flops, man. Just picked them off and played from there. It was fun times though. Complimentary Bloody Marys and mimosas in the morning or afternoon. It wasn't morning, it was afternoon. They always put together cool little gift bags. So hopefully y'all can jump in next year, get in early once they start the signups for that, because it fills up fast. Cool little gift bags, snacks while you're
bobblehead. Okay, tell them what's up.
Snacks, waters. cool little complimentary gift cards from Daniel's Broiler was in there as well. So they do a good job. They get a lot of good stuff
too. I ain't even trying to give them a free plug, but that's the spot.
right. Good times. Dude, it was they had I can't even remember how many different auction items they had: sign auction items, regular auction items, baseballs from players on the Mariners, jersey signed stuff from some Seahawks players. Man, there's a little bunch of little gift baskets they put together for everybody. It's freaking awesome.
That's cool, man. I seen some of the pictures that you sent me from the event, man. It looked like y'all was out there enjoying yourselves with some good male adult situations out there. So hey, I like it. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody who came out and rep for the foundation, you and the team for, y'all time in the sand trap. You got to respect it.
Right.
Since I wasn't there.
Never said I was good, but never thought I'd spend that much time in the sand on a golf course, bro.
Hey, so shoot, man. Hey, good job. Good going. Hope you shot under 100, like I alluded to last week. Did y'all even take scores or what?
Oh yeah, so it's a good thing it was a scramble format, because let me just tell you this: we started off like 5 over, and that's out of this first 6 holes, which is terrible. You can't do that. There's no way. We were just terrible to start out with. But I believe we finished at 2 under. But the winner, I believe their score was like minus 19. So or 17 or something like that. Yeah. But there's some good golfers out there, and we were not one of them. There were good teams out there, and we were not one of the good teams. That is for sure.
You should have y'all should have brought a couple of ringers out there, and made it happen with some nice little junior amateur pro situations, something.
Yeah, well, you got a year to work on your golf game, brother. You could be that ringer next year.
I just might do that.
Hey, you never know. And then just to close it out, like I said, we put a lot of pictures out there on Instagram and Facebook. So I see a lot of people checking them out. Thank you everyone for checking those out. It was fun times, like we said. And, look forward to it every year. So one last shout out to everyone, all the volunteers that put on the tournament. A special shout out to Danny and Trent, for putting in all their time as well. And as obviously the Always Having Fun Foundation in honor of Trent's dad, Dave Hindu Henderson. Good times, good people, man. And
a lifetime of hard work, children laughing in the kitchen, family photos on a restaurant wall, a legacy that lives on. It all comes from the power of a conversation, like the one Tommy Hall had with First Horizon Bank about taking over his father's Charleston-based restaurant business. Now the table is set for a whole new generation. First Horizon Bank. Let's find a way. Go to firsthorizon.com/Tommy. First Horizon Bank, member FDIC.
Are you ready for a rewarding career in the electrical industry? Quality Electric of the Coastal Carolinas, QECC, is looking for qualified electricians and electrical helpers to join its Charleston team. QECC offers guaranteed full-time hours, make up to $30 per hour with possible performance bonuses and career growth opportunities. Enjoy benefits like health insurance, dental and vision coverage, 401k plans, and more. If you're a motivated, experienced electrician, this job is for you. QECC is an equal opportunity employer. For all job inquiries, send email to hr@qeccinc.com.
It's never too late to donate. So always go to alwayshavingfunfoundation.org to still donate. You can always do that at any time. So appreciate those guys for putting on that tournament. It was a good time.
All right, the final score.
All right, y'all. We got a couple things we're going to cover real quick. Well, we'll see how real quick. We got I got some pounding going on in the hallway out there, knocking down some walls and
knocking doors down.
Changing out some pipes, I guess, in this old ass building I live in. I don't know. So bear with us if you hear the drops, the uninitiated drops in the background.
Okay, what's been going on though?
yo, you see the USA men's soccer team, not Olympics, defeated Mexico 1-0 in the Concave Cup, bro. What you think about that?
Yeah, okay, so now all of a sudden they want to win against somebody.
They didn't even make the Olympics, did they?
Yeah. Oh, now that we didn't make the Olympics, we're gonna beat somebody. Man, hey, I don't know, but I think the Women's Soccer Federation, they got a major argument on their hands about the inequality with the pay situation, because those dudes is garbage in compared to what the women be doing on the soccer pitch.
Yeah, it's like it's not even like their best team in USA soccer. It's like their second, I guess they call it like the B squad or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. There's so much soccer going on. Like the players are all over the place and all this stuff. But let's get on to some NBA, baby. Because I know I have a couple questions for you, brother. But first, before we get into my questions for you, the NBA draft went down last Thursday. Shout out to Dirk Irvin and his Zags. Couple players drafted. Number 5, Jalen Suggs to Orlando, and number 15, Corey Kispert to Washington Wizards, baby. So, hey, a couple Zags out there representing the Pacific Northwest, Spokane.
The downside of being a high prospect, because a high prospect, everybody wants you, but you go to a team that's in the garbage dump.
And you know what? Other than Cade Cunningham, who went first overall, I was trying to attempt to watch it when I was at work, but I didn't really get to see the whole thing. I don't know if I recognize a lot of those names, bro. But like we talked about before, there was really no college basketball season last year. There wasn't a tournament. Or I guess, was there a tournament?
There was a tournament.
I can't even remember. So we might have to cut that one out. But hey, you never know. That's what happens.
You're right, though. You're right, though. I mean, it wasn't a star-studded situation because this is year 1 after COVID year. So you have year 0, then you have year 1. So it's literally just the first good year, because they were stopped in the middle of what they were going to do. If you remember, we were right on the verge of seeing March Madness. There were teams that were in the middle a year ago of their, if I'm not mistaken, of their conference tournaments. And some of them were saying, oh, we still going to play anyway. And others were saying, we're shutting it down. So after closing out that year and then coming out and getting a full year going, I don't know none of these dudes. Okay, number 1, there's another avenue now. The NBA is creating the minor league system. If you followed me last week while the draft was going on, I jumped in spontaneously to give you a little bit of live tweeting as it going on. If you caught it, great. Appreciate the love. If not, you can go back and look at my insights on the lottery picks. I pretty much just kept it to the lottery because after that, I didn't know who none of these jokers were. Okay.
Yeah, I saw a few of those tweets.
But there was a couple guys that were some of the G League, as they call it now. They don't call it the D League. But the G League Ignite situation that were straight from high school guys. And that was their way of kind of cutting the corner, not going to college, but still playing in a preparatory situation so they could be ready for the NBA.
Yeah, I think a couple of those guys. One guy got drafted. 2 guys got drafted in the top 30.
Number 2, Jalen Green, NBA, DL or G League guy. He's gonna be all right. I think he'll be okay. But I mean, a lot of those guys, I didn't get a chance to see these guys really play because of the spotlight wasn't on college basketball as it normally is. So it didn't really make a lot of sense. I just know that a lot of the big name teams who fell off the last couple of years, they got a young dude. he's never gonna see the light of day. They're gonna trade him to somebody else in order to do exactly what we've been seeing happen with free agents.
You know what? First of all, can you hear the construction going on in this motherfucker, man? This is about ready.
You see me stop for a second because I was like, "What the hell is that?"
I told you, bear with the construction going on outside this apartment complex right now. Holy snap!
I like the ambiance. Let's do it.
It was actually quiet for about an hour when I was working on the rest of the notes, and then all of a sudden we get fired up. But you know what pisses me off about the NBA free agency or the NBA draft, bro, is that they still. And I don't know this. I didn't see a lot of this because I was busy. But did they still draft a player and all of a sudden he goes from the Lakers to Minnesota or some bullshit like that? Yeah. They make those dudes wear this hat, and then all of a sudden, I'm excited to be a Los Angeles Laker, and then all of a sudden, 2 seconds later, draft rights traded to Minnesota. They still do that shit in the NBA. Why can't they figure that out?
Neither. I think the trade should go down first. Okay. Switch that team's logo up to whatever number that is and let them choose it for themselves instead of them doing the whole walk down and the phony hat situation. You're absolutely right. I'm down with you on that because why would I select you for the anonymous squad if I know good and well I already cut the deal with the Stix squad and I'm sending you? Why don't I just do the pick thing and you could select them?
Makes zero damn sense. And we talked about that last year too. It still makes zero damn sense to me. If anybody has any insight on that, why that makes any sense, I'd love to hear about it because it makes zero sense to me and I would love somebody to explain it to me.
I'll tell you something that didn't make no damn sense. These funny looking suits people be wearing. Dude was out here looking like Michael Jackson from the 1970s. Okay, with the afro and the shiny suit and the bell bottoms. He need to cut that out. I ain't even gonna put his name out there. He need to get his little self together. Go see a stylist.
I miss that. But hey, man, if you're an NBA free agent right now, woohoo, you getting paid, baby.
Everybody getting paid.
And if you old, you get a job.
if you want to come to the Lakers, you definitely got a job on deck. Look, it's like, okay, look, man, I'm telling you, I know they don't have Shag in LA. Okay, so they don't have senior housing by the Shag name in LA, but I'm going to give it to them since it's nationwide. In the Northwest, we got this little thing called Shag. Okay, it's like affordable senior housing, where Lou Piniella will come out on a commercial and tell you about how cool it is. You could play bridge and shuffleboard. Now, he's not necessarily saying that, but he's trying to make it cool. Bingo. You got shuttle. You got all of these things. And you could, have a nice little apartment with a bunch of your old homies. Guess what the Lakers just did? They just set up a Shag. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm highly disappointed because the names on this list, if this was 2011, I would be excited. Unfortunately, this is not 2011, brother. Homie, this is not 2011. Okay?
Didn't you talk about teams getting younger and better, and then all of a sudden your Lakers go older, bro? Like,
what are we doing here? George Steinbrenner would be like rolling over in his grave right now because yes, I used to buy the dope guys when they were good, not when they were busted just because of a name. Carmelo Anthony, Los Angeles Laker. Trevor Ariza, again, Los Angeles Laker. Dwight Howard, again, Los Angeles Laker. You got to cut this out, man. You got to stop it. LeBron done messed up my team, and I'm going to tell you with all confidence, he done ruined everything that we tried to do from day one now. We've been ground floor individuals from day one. We built it up, and we traded for one big guy, and then we got players. I like the Kendrick Nunn edition. I like the Malik Monk edition. I like the re-signing of THT. Everybody's under 30 right there. They're under 26, matter of fact. Man, hey, I ain't trying to see these dudes go to their 20-year high school reunion. Cut it out, man.
And then you know that the this is driving me fucking crazy, bro. But like what? Trae Young got paid. Steph Curry got paid again. First player in NBA history to get a $200 million contract twice. Your boy Alex Caruso to the Bulls. Lonzo Ball to the Bulls.
Bulls.
Zach LaVine to the Bulls.
Bulls. I don't even know what's going on. Patty Mills to the Brooklyn Nets. Clearly, they think that Kyrie's a nutcase. That's why they got Patty Mills. But yeah, it's going down.
The Bulls were 31 and 41
thought your team was going to look the same? They don't look the same no more. Your favorite team definitely does not look the same. You might look at the roster as it currently is constructed and go, wow, I didn't even know we had this guy.
Yeah, it's interesting going on. Real quick, have you heard about this Evander Kane story? My buddy Stu texted me on Sunday, and I was like, he's like, have you heard of Evander Kane? I was like, yeah, I've heard of him before. I can't remember, I'm not too familiar with him, but what's going on? He's like, you got to check out this story. And I'm like, whoa, what's going on with him? Whoa, dude, that's some craziness.
What have you heard? Because Homie Investigations is always on topic. What have you heard first?
From what I've read up on is he left his baby's mama pregnant also, and
go do what?
To roll to Europe or something.
Hey!
And then he decides with some other ex-girlfriend who he cheated on with.
Of course.
And
who else he gonna go with?
And has some kind of gambling debt, supposedly. Yo, what'd you say to me the other day? Don't cross a woman. Well, don't cross one that's definitely pregnant, bro. That's crazy.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Well, why she got to snitch, though? I don't understand that. He must have did her dirty. Okay, this is my first thought. Now, let me see. When I saw the headline, I go, he must have did her dirty. I paused for a second.
Collected your thoughts?
Yep, sent a note over to Homie Investigations and said, did he do her dirty? And I'm almost thinking that he did her dirty, dog. Okay, it's starting to come. Not only was he doing his thing in multiple ways, because we found out that he's like a 1.2 in the hole to the Cosmo in Vegas, which they still trying to cop their money back. There's the 1.2, I'm sorry, is from the, there's an entity, which I won't say their name, that loans athletes money if needed. Okay, he owes them 1.2. Of the 1.2, 500,000 he owes to the Cosmo in Vegas, and they trying to get it back because they wanted to sue him. They put it on the books. Now, she out here fully snitching because, like I said, he did her dirty, which we'll get into. She gonna say he out here not just playing cards, not just playing slot machines, not just shaking the dice up. He's out here at the sports book putting money down. San Jose Sharks, his own team.
Wow, is Pete Rose? Did he take advice from Pete Rose over there? He's hanging out with Pete Rose at Caesar's Palace.
I was just gonna say, you got to go down to Caesars and talk to Pete Rose. He's out there all the time signing free autograph. Well, not free, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Pete Rose may have a little influence in that, but no, shout out to Pete Rose. He needs to be cleared of all of this bullshit anyways and be in the Hall of Fame, damn it.
Of course. It's been said. But, so, he told her in a text message while he was in Europe with all the shenanigans, the real estate agent is coming over and they're about to start staging the house for showing so I could sell it. Leave the key under the mat. and beat it. And while you're at it, the Mercedes G-Wagon, make sure you leave those in the house on the counter, and the agent is going to collect those for me. Then beat it. Yo, he told her to strip down for everything that you used to and get out. Man, you gotta be a bold dude to mess with a female like that, man. You must want this smoke for real, because you know she gonna bring it. A scorned woman, not play. You think one of these rabid animals is serious? Trust me, I know.
Damn, that's some nasty business going on there. It's going to be something to follow and see what comes out of that. You know what comes up tomorrow, brother? It's that time. It's football season, baby.
Oh, yes.
NFL is back in full effect.
Hall of Fame game. I forgot. Yes, sir. Creeps up on you sometimes.
It did. I swear we were just talking about it like last week, and it felt like it was 2 weeks away. Mm-hmm. Since we're a couple of degenerates, along with all of our listeners out there, which, bro, I'm telling you, what'd we call October from a little insider homie investigation team hooked us up with from one of our insiders. It's August. What's next? September.
Mm-hmm.
Woo-hoo. NFL season's there. Is the sports books opening up in these casinos? Let's see in Washington. They need to quit playing and get it fucking figured out. I'll tell you that much right now.
They're working on it, man.
So,
they got job postings and all of that. So they're trying to get people in position to be ready.
Yeah. So we got Pittsburgh -1.5. Dallas money line is +110. Pittsburgh money line is -130. And the over-under, baby. You already know where I'm going with this.
What is it?
33, dog.
What?
33 in a preseason game. And you know why? I'm just going to tell you right now. We're taking the over tomorrow.
I don't even understand tell me the why. Do you have a why behind this?
No, I have a why I have the over.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know why. I don't know why the line is so low on a preseason game after they didn't have preseason last year. These dudes are fired up. These coaches are fired up. After what they just saw Tom Brady do last year, and the Bucs do with their defense and their offense, and Patrick Mahomes is still out there, Russell Wilson's still out there. You got, your boy Matthew Stafford now at the Rams. These offenses are going for the jugular, dog. I'm telling you right now, as I told everyone last year when we hit those overs, it could be the year to set some records in the offensive categories.
Yeah, but Vegas is always on top of it. But it doesn't seem like they're on top of this one, though.
I agree.
30. I mean, you're trying to tell me that Vegas doesn't think that these dudes can just wake up tomorrow and score 34 on accident?
20
scored 34 points combined on accident.
Yeah, what do you think it's going to be? 2014? I mean, I don't see that, especially with the preseason games being so short. They don't have time. Dak Prescott's coming off an injury. He's probably I don't know, don't quote me on this, but I haven't seen anything. But you really think this dude's only going to play one series?
Yeah, I think
or one quarter?
Yeah, I still think he's only going to play maybe a quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if he played 1 or 2 series. But still, that tells me absolutely nothing, okay? These dudes are still guys that are trying to make a squad. The second half team in the preseason is out there hustling. They will score 34 points combined on accident. I need to get on this tonight.
See, hey, we're on the same page there, brother. Hey, 2021 Hall of Fame inductee, speaking of Hall of Fame game, that's why they have it. Alan Faneca, Tom Flores, Calvin, Megatron Johnson.
Okay.
John Lynch, your boy, Peyton Manning.
Hey.
Contributor Bill Nunn, Drew Pearson, and Charles Woodson.
Mm-hmm.
Woo! Pretty damn good class, if you ask me.
Yes, sir. That's a squad. Now, if you think about the if you were to have like a team, like a 5-on-5, because they covered all the bases right. You got a high line coach for the Los Angeles Raiders, Tom Flores.
And the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, but nobody cares about all of that. It actually might have been first. Actually, it might have been the coach up here first. I don't remember. But anyway, look it up. Alan Faneca, you got a top line offensive line.
Solid.
You got
the OG.
The quarterback. Okay? The smartest quarterback to ever play the game. I don't care about the greatest. I'm talking about the smartest and the best quarterback. And I still say that to this day. Now, achievements aside, but still, I would put Peyton Manning above Joe Montana and all that. You got the safety in the back, John Lynch holding it down. Okay, you got the wideout, Megatron. Okay, and then you got we got Drew Pearson on the other side too, the other wideout. Okay, from the old school. If you don't know, ask somebody because he's the original Dallas Cowboys '88. And then you got the corner, Charles Woodson, the only defensive player to win the Heisman. Come on, man. This is a good squad right here.
Yeah, it's going to be cool to see that tomorrow for sure. You know what I'm looking forward to seeing is this new replay system called the Hawkeye, similar to the one that the XFL used, which is actually probably the one the XFL used.
Probably is.
It's like all high tech, sensors everywhere, Zoom and all this stuff. So that's going to be cool to see that. They finally maybe be able to figure the NFL replay out and get a call right. I don't know. It's not really about getting the call right from the picture. It's about getting the call right on in text. You know what I'm saying? In the rule book part of it. But at least they'll be able to utilize this and get better significance to the actual play and find out what the hell is going on.
Yeah, they just need to stop changing the way that they interpret the rule. The rules are already been written. Just stop changing the way that you enforce it. Stop playing. Okay, if OPI is this, OPI is this. If DPI is this, it is. If you don't call holding, it's damn holding every time. Just throw a flag every damn whistle. Stop playing.
Hey, one quick thing before we take a quick break here, and I hope now I got a fucking wind blower or a fucking blower thing out here blowing leaves around. Damn, what a day!
You gotta have that. You gotta clean the landscape. Come on, man.
Yeah, but could they pick a different time, like a day when I'm working and not trying to record some shit? Dude, your team, the Indianapolis Colts, baby, get, I think, a pretty quality quarterback in Carson Wentz. And all of a sudden now he has a foot injury, bro. 5 to 12 weeks. So.
What? No, see, when I heard this, I know you was going to say that.
5 to 12.
5 to 12 weeks. Man, wait a minute. Are these is American doctors, right? 5, which is a month and a week, to 12 weeks, which sounds like 3 months to me.
Right.
What kind of injury is this? What kind of doctors are these? Okay, last time I took my car in, they told me, they gave me a better estimate than these doctors is giving them. How is the damn team going to accept 5 weeks to 12 weeks? What kind of injury is this? Is this some phantom injury? Is this the Comcast injury? Like, oh, I might come today. I might come tomorrow. Somewhere in between there, you should be good.
Yeah, that's crazy. I now that you say it, dude, it's like 5 to 12. How are you saying, preseason and maybe week 2, maybe week 1 or 2, and then all from week 1 or 2 to, week whatever that is, 8 or 9 is toss up? I mean,
well, I don't know. I'm just saying, is this an injury that no one has ever seen before in the history of the NFL? to where, oh, well, you know what? He could just throw a Band-Aid on it and a little bit of peroxide, and he should be all right. Or, I don't know. I mean, it could be the whole season. I don't know. What is that?
And then now the offensive lineman, too, for the Colts has the same exact injury, too, in the same in a foot as well. Uh-oh. Is it another edition of the turf toe that's been around forever? Now it's a foot injury that people are going to start getting?
Hey, well, you know what? If history has anything to say, maybe repeats itself. This dude gets hurt. In comes the next quarterback. What do you know? Super Bowl.
Jacob Eason, baby.
So remember when we were doing
from UW?
Yeah, all right, that's enough. When we were doing the QB1 conversation, and we were talking about the odd man out situation in Chicago.
Yep.
The overabundance of talent that they have at the quarterback position, which they could use to, maybe get them a little something. This might be the team, but we were talking about the New York Jets and Zach Wilson not having a quality backup. This might be the team who might want to cash out. The shoe might want to cash out. Jim Irsay ain't got no time. He's calling Andrew Luck, because he done called him before. He's calling Andrew Luck. Damn it. I wouldn't be surprised if he's calling Phillip Rivers again.
Phillip Rivers said he ain't hanging it up, or he ain't cutting it out 100% of a comeback, but he still got his coaching job. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. What about your boy Nick Foles? Did you hit on that?
There it is. See, I just said, dude gets hurt. This guy, gets hurt. In comes Big Junk Nick, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To the rescue from the Chicago squad. Puts it together with Frank Wright. I don't know about all of that. But if anything close to that happens, and even Big Junk Nick gets the horseshoe to the playoffs, Carson Wentz has mental health problems. Immediately after that, because I know I would. I'd be like, damn it, this freaking guy.
Bro, I'm excited. Football tomorrow. We gotta put together our NFL show next week, so we'll stay tuned for that. All right, y'all, we're gonna take a quick little break. I need to clear my mind with this damn blowers and construction going on around this piece. Hope you all can hear me all right. We'll be back in 1 second. Thanks for listening. Use the hashtag Stix and Sports. Go to thisfunner.com. Check out all the content. We'll be back.
We will.
Attention car shoppers. Right now at South Carolina Federal Credit Union, you can get a new or used auto loan and pay nothing until 2024. And no payments for 90 days means nothing out of pocket going into the new year. Plus, we have flexible rates and terms, so you could make the best financial choice for you. Learn more at scfederal.org/auto loans. That's scfederal.org/auto loans. Certain restrictions apply. Existing South Carolina federal credit loans are excluded.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Now back to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
Yo, hey, we're back in your face with segment 2, Sports Fix with Stix. We're having all kinds of non-technical difficulties, but what else would be us if we didn't? We losing episodes and all that.
Right.
So we keep it real around here. But the boy Stix has got some information to lace y'all up in regards to the UFC 265. It's happening Saturday, August 7th. If you didn't know that this coming Saturday, it's going to be on ESPN Plus. pay-per-view. Hopefully they can get it right. It works properly because y'all giving them money. Hopefully they got their feeds together, but we're going to give you the information that you need to get your game right. Stix, tell them.
Yes, that I do, bro. Still missing my UFC guru, Mark Sudich, you know. He always has those fire for you guys. So I appreciate, him coming on. He'll be back sooner than later. So try to follow me here. I'm just going to run through the main card for you. You know, it's a full fight day of on Saturday. For UFC 265, like announced big homie referenced, ESPN Plus and ESPN2 is the prelim card, and then the main card starts on pay-per-view after the prelim card. So I'm just gonna roll through these and give you my picks like we always do for UFC 265. Main card starting at the bottom. The first fight on the main card, we got the bantamweights. Song, Kung Fu Monkey Yadong, 16-5.
That ain't his real nickname.
It is the Kung Fu Monkey, baby. plus 100, 6 TKOs, coming off a decision loss to Kyler Phillips in March. First loss since 2017. This dude has 3 performance of the night bonuses and 1 fight of the night bonus. And he's going against Casey Kenny, 16-3, minus 120 favorite. 2 TKOs, 5 subs, 9 decisions. Also coming off a loss, a decision loss in in March against Dominic Cruz. He has a fight of the night bonus. So I'm just going to roll through these, and then I'll give you my picks at the end. The next fight on the card is the women's strawweight, Angela Overkill Hill.
I like that one too.
Yeah, she's a beast, dog. 13-9. She's coming back in her game. A little teaser giveaway here. Spoiler alert. I'm going to pick her on this fight. She got a decision win over Ashley Yoder in March. 2 decision losses before that, but to Michelle Watterson and Claudia Gadelia. 2 great fighters. She's taking on Tisha, the Tiny Tornado. I know you like that one too. Torres.
That one's all right. We can get better. She can get better.
12-5. She's a minus 135 favorite in this. 10 decision fights. So this could be one of those decision fights. Goes to the judges. So she's on a 2-fight win streak. I like this girl as well, but I like Overkill Hill in this matchup. And hopefully I don't give away the next 3 when I do this, but the welterweight fight, the middle fight on the card, which Mark Sudich and I always reference to, is usually a pretty damn good one. Michael, the Maverick Chiesa.
Okay.
18-4 plus 105, 11 subs, 7 decisions. For those of you who don't know, he's from Spokane. 4-fight win streak in the likes of Carlos Condit, Diego Sanchez, Rafael Dos Anjos, and Neil Magny. So, which was a good fight for him against Neil Magny. He's also the Ultimate Fighter winner, 2 fight of the night bonuses, 2 submission of the night bonuses, and 1 performance of the night bonus against a wily veteran in Vicente, the silent assassin Luque.
I like that one.
20-7, minus 125 favored in this, 11 TKOs, 7 subs. I say veteran because it feels like he's been around a while. I believe he's only like 31 years old. He's not that wily veteran, but he fights. Seems like every time I watch, he's always on there, and he's a great fighter as well, and I like watching him fight. We also have the bantamweight, the not co-main event, but the second fight to the main event. Mm-hmm. Jose Jr. Aldo. So minus 135, 17 TKOs, been in the game a long time. 4 fight of the nights, 2 performance of the nights, coming off a decision win over Marlon Vera in December. Against Pedro, the young Punisher Munoz, 19-5 plus 115. Underdog coming off a decision win in February. He has 3 fight of the nights and 3 performance of the nights. So I think these guys are going to bring a good fight for y'all. So if you get the pay-per-view, the main pay-per-view is all fire. The whole card's fire. They always do that.
But so far, based on nicknames, I got Kung Fu Monkey, I got Overkill Hill, Silent Assassin, and Young Punisher.
Ooh, not too bad. I like that.
Hold on to the nickname matchups, you know.
Yeah, I like that, Announce Big Homie. Hold on to your thoughts, because I think you got one more pick I want to hear you make here, and I think you're gonna enjoy this one. In the main event, we have the big boys, the heavyweights, throwing hands, kicking ass, and taking names.
Okay.
So it's an interim title belt on the line. The winner will get Francis Ngannou.
They got to give the belt back.
Yeah, it's a weird thing that they do. Don't get me started. Don't ask too many questions. I can't get into that right now. As I got some drilling going on in the background. So this fight is going to be fire. The main event is going to be good, well worth the money to watch. Derek the Black Beast Lewis, 25-7, 280 underdog, which is kind of baffling to me, and I'll tell you why here in a second.
Okay.
20 TKOs, 1 sub, 4 decisions, 4-fight win streak, 4 performances in the nights, 3 fight of the nights, 12 TKOs, tied for most in UFC history. In the heavyweight division, 7 KOs from ground strikes, second most in UFC history. And then he has 16 wins, most in UFC history right now. Heavyweight. 16 wins, most in UFC heavyweight history.
He's the man. Why is he an underdog?
He's a big boy, and I'm gonna tell you why I think he's an underdog right here. And this is where my boy Mark Suda should come in, clowning on me and telling me, you know, a whole bunch of stuff and give you the facts. But he's not on here right now, but he'll be back. So he's fighting Derek the Black Beast Lewis is going against Cyril Bone Gaiman Gone. I always screw up a name. That might as well be the one.
French.
9-0, 360 favorite, which we always, before we get into the numbers, 3 TKOs, 3 subs, 3 decisions, 6-fight wins, 6-fight win streak, which is the longest among UFC heavyweights.
Okay.
So when Mark and I usually talk about the lines on these UFC fights, they're usually spot on. When there's a big favorite, like a 360 and then a plus 200, whatever.
Okay.
Like you referenced to in the NFL portion, the Vegas knows what they're doing, right?
They do, always.
So, but in my opinion, in this fight, the Black Beast is a big boy. He throws heavy hands. He's a gamer, and when he's on point, bro. I mean, you have 16 wins in the UFC, been fighting for a while. He's always talked about how he's never cared about the UFC belt. He's just there to put money on the table. You follow him on Instagram, he's got some craziness. He's a funny dude. He's the guy that if you haven't seen a lot of UFC clips, you've probably seen the clip where he's talking to Joe Rogan and he takes his shorts off, and Joe Rogan asks him, why you take your shorts off? He says, quote unquote, my balls are hot. So,
oh, that's the guy?
Yeah, that's the guy.
I have seen him.
Yep. See, even the not hardcore UFC guys know who this guy is. In my opinion, you know, Cyril Gane is a great fighter. You know, he's undefeated. He's getting pushed through the UFC right now. I'm going with the underdog on this one. I'm going with the Black Beast Lewis on this. I think Cyril needs a little bit more fight game, under a little bit more experience in the octagon in his fight game. So my picks for the fights, I'm going with the Kung Fu Monkey as well, and Os Big Homie.
Hey.
Overkill Hill as well, and Os Big Homie. I'm going with the Spokane's finest, Michael Chiesa. I'm going with Munoz, and then I'm going with the Black Beast.
I don't know, man. That last nickname, man. When you got French in there, you always think immediately this dude's soft. He's about to get punched the hell out. But he's 9-0. I don't know nothing about him, but I do know that bon gamin means good kid. He's a good kid.
There you go.
He's a good kid.
You getting your French on there. All that paid off. And one quick thing before we go into the next sub, something else for you guys and gals. As my boy Mark Sudich pulls came up with the filthy casual fight of the night. This is an easy one for the filthy casuals out there who don't watch a lot of fights, as we referenced to before, Nas Big Homie. That's what filthy casual means. Don't watch a lot of fights. You need to watch this one. It's going to be on ESPN2. It's a lightweight bout between Bobby King Green, 27-11, 8 TKOs, and Rafael Adaman Faziev, 9-1, 6 TKOs. I think these dudes are going to bring the power, bring the fight to top off the prelim card to get to the main event. UFC does a great job putting these dudes in the spot to shine and put on an event for everybody. So that's my pick for the filthy casual. I think these guys are going to bring it, going for the $50,000 bonus money that they give out. So that's a little UFC 265 for y'all. Tune in. Let me know what you think. Let me get your picks. Love to hear it.
I got nothing with those last two nicknames. It's a wash.
You're listening to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
Let's move on.
Let's do it. Let's get it going.
Segment number 3. You might have heard me say this before, but there's only one thing that should be in anybody's mind this time every 4 years. When the Olympics roll around, go for the gold, damn it. Stop playing around with everybody, even your own countrymen. Go get your gold. Go get your shines, okay? Because there's a lot of reason to do it, depending on what country you're from, which we found out these bonuses for winning gold, silver, and whatnots, the other one we don't even speak of, is pretty chunky for some people in some countries. But first of all, let's give you an update on where everything stands in the world in terms of the medal count. That's most important. Right now, we're going to start with the capital of the world, the United States. 76 medals right now, 25 golds, going for the gold like we do. But these guys, China, 69 total medals with 32 golds. We got to step our damn game up. And I'm going to tell you why. We getting cheated, but I'm going to tell you why. The ROC is running this rap shit, but this ain't Jay-Z. Okay, 52 medals total. They walked in with 13 golds. Good for them, because they can't even represent their own country. They have to be a Russian Olympic Committee. Okay, once they start getting off the steroids, maybe they can put their own flag up. But until then, who runs?
Open.
That's right. So here's why.
With the Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
This is your captain speaking. We've got clear runway and the weather's fine, but we're just going to circle up here a while and get lucky. No, nothing like that. It's just these cash prizes add up quick. So I suggest you sit back, keep your tray table upright, and start getting lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Okay, round 2. Name something that's not boring.
A laundry? Ooh, a book club. Computer solitaire, huh?
Ah, oh, sorry. We were looking for Chumba Casino. That's right. ChumbaCasino.com has over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Our counts in the gold aren't up. And I don't know if you've paid attention like I paid attention. Like I said before, I'm the Patriot. So this time of year goes hard for me. I care about what goes on, and I want us to go for the gold, damn it. I've noticed that there are a whole lot of athletes born here, went to college here, repping for other countries. Now, I wouldn't care if they was getting bronze or something else. Some of these folks is winning gold, man. Come on.
But they rep the other countries because that's where they're from, though, right? I mean,
born here,
born here, dual citizenship doesn't mean that they have to represent the USA, though, bro. They can represent wherever they want to represent.
No, born here, went to college here. Now, you hit on something, and that is where I say there's a little something there. Dual citizenship. If you literally have dual citizenship with multiple passports, you choose. If you don't want to rep for the United States, you already know where you can go. Okay, you already disrespected. But if you're from the United States and you want to go and rep for another country just because your parents was born there, okay, that's not what it is. That's not even what this country was built on. We ain't claiming England still. What do you think this is? That does not make a whole lot of sense to me. We're losing out on multiple gold medals. I'm telling you right now. I've seen it, and I got a record. A young girl went to University of Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. She's the brother of ex-Ram defensive star Robert Quinn. She won gold. Okay.
Who for Robert Quinn, what? His sister?
His sister, Camacho Quinn. I can't remember what her first name is, but she has a hyphenated last name. Camacho Quinn wins gold for Puerto Rico. Now, granted, okay, this is the conversation I have with my wife. Puerto Rico is almost the United States, but that doesn't fall under our category. That gold does not go in our column. Okay. We need to make them a state just in case one of them every 4 years happens to hit on gold. We should get the credit for that.
So what do you say? We were talking the other day, and we saw the Italian dude who won the 100 meters. Did you talk about him? He's not from Italy. I don't know his background. Do you have any background on this dude?
All right. So the investigation team went back and we looked. Now, he was born in El Paso.
Real quick, sorry to cut you off. Before you get into that, the Italian dude, I wish I had his name in front of me. I don't
know no dude's named Lamont, okay? Lamont Marcel. Now, okay. How many Italian dudes named Lamont?
Hey, all I know is him and the USA dude. Frick, I had his name right off the top of my head because I remember his solid. I forgot too.
That was second place?
Yeah. They both broke the world record.
Yeah.
So mad props to both of those guys. But go ahead. I want to know about this Italian dude. Good
shot. It's a lot of that going on though, because that happened also last night with the 100 or the 400 hurdles. Both United States, might I add, first place and second place, both beat the previous world record. Dalilah Muhammad and dang it, man, it escapes my brain right now. But she's from New Jersey, Union Christian High School. I got all of her facts except for her name. I forgot, but that's me. But back on the whole point, we're losing out here. Jasmine Camacho Quinn is out here repping Puerto Rico. You got another kid won a silver medal, grew up in Minnesota, running for Liberia. What? You was born here. Just because you first generation doesn't. I don't know. I don't like this.
Hey, okay. Let me give you something though. Where did you say? I have a few other things I want to hit on before we end this, so hopefully I don't forget. But you were talking about why these people go to represent another country. Have you thought about this? Italian dude, right?
Yeah.
Italian dude. You said this dude that won the 100 meters was from U.S. Why does he not want
El Paso? But on the further investigation, his dad was a military guy stationed overseas, met his mom, yada yada. Next thing you know, their situation didn't last. He'd been in Italy the whole time. So he gets a pass. He was born here, but as a baby. So he didn't go to high school here and this kind of thing. So he gets a pass.
Okay, well, I'm going to still use him as an example.
Go ahead.
If he's an Olympian and he trains his ass off for 4 years and he has a choice to represent Italy and USA, and he is the number 1 ranked 100-meter dude in the world, right? His gold payout for winning a gold, if he's representing Italy, is $213,000. I don't know if that's US. I don't know if that's Italian dollars or whatever.
All money is converted to US.
Okay, so he gets $213,000. If he represents the US, he gets a gold medal. You know what his payout is, and us, big homie? $37,500.
Change working at McDonald's, but it's a bonus though. He still got sponsors and all of that.
So maybe this is part of the evaluation process for these dudes and girls.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you like this: the International Olympic Committee needs to make some amendments to this Rule 41 situation. I am not down with it. I do not like it. Rule 41, okay, it speaks exactly to your dual citizenship idea, opinion, and all that. But if athletes want to gain new citizenship or wish to change their Olympic status, they can just do so once they have not competed for a previous country for 3 years. So here you go. Becky Hammond, okay, United States, woman. She is the assistant coach for the San Antonio Spurs. She might get a NBA head coaching job one day. They got her high on the list. She, okay, competed in 2 Olympics ago for Serbia. Why?
Becky Hammond did?
She did. Okay. Wow. I remember that vividly. Okay. Why? Now, here's the conversation that we had. So an Olympic basketball team consists of 12, 13 people. If they expand the roster, maybe they put on 15. If I'm not the top 15 people in 15 players in the world that choose to go, I need to just sit down. I'm not one of the main guys. Okay? That's it. What, you gonna defect? What you look like if, what does Becky Hammond look like if she goes over there and they win gold medal, beat the United States, and she got to come back here? Is that a good look? Now, it didn't happen, but is that a good look?
Probably not.
I don't like it, because the reason why I don't like it is because where is the reciprocation? Why don't we have Kenyans and Ethiopians running the marathon for us then? What's up with that? Okay.
Good point.
What's up with that? We can't win a marathon to save our damn life. Okay? Because that's not what we get into. What about the cats doing judo and whatnot? How come we don't have somebody from Japan who just says, you know what, I'm about to rep for the United States? I don't like it, because we are the melting pot. We have the benefit of having a multicultural situation. And then once everybody gets in the multicultural situation, they want to throw a flag up for something else. I'm not a fan of that. The IOC, they need to take notes, because I guarantee you, I'm not the only person who is concerned United States gold medal count, especially when we taking losses on this. This has got to stop.
Hey, when you're talking about the IOC too, you know what else they need taking some freaking notes of? They need to take some notes of the freaking. We talked about this last week. The freaking metrics, bro. I'm trying to watch baseball. It's on right now, actually. I'm trying to watch this Korean and Japan game. I don't know if it's live or not. It doesn't say live, so I guess it's not live.
Yeah, but now what? You said this, but now what?
But I still need to see miles per hour. I don't know what 135 kilometers an hour is. And I refuse to look it up because I don't want to do that. It's not, I pay for this TV. I pay for this shit to watch. I don't want to be on my phone trying to figure out how fast each pitch is. So the IOC can take note of that shit too and put it into effect. By the way, all this fucking bullshit of trying to find something to watch is out of the control. And we of course brought it up last week. We brought it up first, as we always bring stuff up first.
Big problem.
I hear people bringing up everybody talking about it, that you can't find what you want to watch, you can't find this, you can't find that. So we're not the only ones. Anybody else we only have a couple days left. I hope everybody else has been able to navigate it a lot better than I can. But when I get home and I turn it on, I'm flipping through the channels, I have to use the C button on my Comcast controller to figure out where to find something. This shit is crazy, bro. It just seems like it's way out of whack. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I think both things, both of your concerns should lie straight on the foot of NBC, to be honest with you. First of all, I think they need to have better explained or had the schedule of events out there for everybody so they know where they can locate each of these games.
100%.
And I mean, because not everybody.
What time? Literally Eastern time. Just give us the Eastern Standard Time when they're on.
Not everybody has, Comcast cable, but I would think that if you got Time Warner or if you got Rogers, because you're in a different part of the country, they should have set out a schedule of events based on their schedule lineup to where it is clear for everybody. Because I can guarantee you that once this thing is all said and done, they're going to say that the ratings for the Olympics is down major. Okay.
There's no doubt it has to be, bro. There's no way. Because I remember watching Olympics. Every time the Olympics are on, I would watch full effect. I don't know who did the last one, or it was the winter one, or whatever it was, the last Olympics. I remember watching way more Olympics than I could be able to watch now.
Yeah, man. I don't know. I was trying to figure it all out.
And I'm not talking about time zones either. I'm talking about just being able to navigate and find.
Exactly. I got, I think, 5 channels when I hit the last button that are supposed to be on the Olympics. That's a whole lot, especially when I don't know what's going to be on each one. Right. So there should have been better explained, especially with the major events like basketball, baseball, volleyball, track. Keep it on one network, play it when it comes on, tell us when it's going to be on. I think they dropped the ball on that. To your second point, I think it's also should lie dead at the foot of NBC. Why would they're broadcasting to the United States? Why would they not give us something that we could understand? We use miles per hour here. There is not any state in the union that has signs that say speed limit 100 kilometers an hour. That's just not a thing. It says 65. So that should be on NBC for not putting the conversion on there, or maybe leading their announcers to break it down or something like that. Because, man, that could have definitely been done better.
You know what else? You know what else bothers me, Announce Big Homie? Is you just called it out, the announcers, right? When I'm watching.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Handball. And I've only got to see a couple glimpses of it, right? Because I can't find handball. And when they do it, they show a glimpse of it and they go back. Or I'm watching water polo. Something that I want to learn about. Something I want to understand the rules about. The announcers don't let you in on everything that's going on. I don't know what the right way to do it would be because they still have to call out the players and who got the ball and what's going on. But I still need to understand, what happens when a girl or a guy gets dunked trying to get a ball and it's a penalty. I just don't want to hear.
Right.
What's that?
What's a foul?
What's a foul? I want to know what the foul is.
Right. Especially water polo. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're trying to watch Taekwondo and you're talking about, they're kicking and, okay, so she or he kicked her in the gut and the sensor went off and they got a point. Okay. So let me know why they got a point.
Right.
So it just seems like it's a big fiasco on NBC dropping the ball and everything. And then all these other channels that have all this stuff on as well. The same thing. I think the announcers across the whole aspect of it has kind of shortened the whole Olympic a World Games enjoyment for a lot of people, in my opinion, because I want to know all this stuff that's going on, especially a sport that we don't get to watch. Have you ever seen a handball game? Never. You only see it in the Olympics, right? The only time you ever get to watch it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that. I think that the. Do
you feel the same way, homie?
Yeah, I think that the play-by-play guy, I don't think it's necessarily his fault with that, because he's the play-by-play guy. He's the voice of the game, whatever that is. But they need to definitely make sure, because it seems like they've had some people in each sport that played that sport doing the analysis.
Yeah.
But the analysis person isn't necessarily treating us to anything. I was watching diving the other day off the 3-meter springboard. And every dive, in a sense, is the same. Some of these guys are doing the same one, 6 divers in a row doing the same exact dive, yet they're getting different scores. And the only thing that she really had anything to say was the amount of splash that one had versus the other. So is that what the judges are sitting over there judging? Okay. I need a little bit more insight, because again, we watch these sports because it's a world game situation. Not all of these sports are highlighted heavily in every country. There should be a level of education. I was trying to put together education and entertainment, but it should be some edutainment in each thing to let us know what's going on, so we could appreciate what these guys are really doing. Because also looking at skateboarding, I watch skateboarding all the time, X Games and all of this. These dudes are just regular dudes that just skateboard in the street all the time, and yet they happen to get famous and make it to these games. Skateboarding is not a sport that people are supposed to be judging for better or for worse. They're like a counterculture. They like doing what they do. How did you put this score together? Okay.
100%, bro. 100%.
So these are the good point. Good damn point. I like that. You know what I mean? And I think that there should be a little bit more play into that. But aside from that, because I mean, we could fix the Olympics too if they needed us to. Okay,
we fix a lot of shit, homie. We fix a lot of shit.
That is what we do. But at the same time, what do you think about the golden boy for this Olympics? He's taking on the Mark Spitz. He's taking on the Michael Phelps role. Okay, Caleb Dressel, Florida man himself. What you think about him?
Solid dude. Put in the work. Made it happen. Didn't let anybody down. He's representing his country just like you and all of us Americans want. Put on a show, making the move. He'll be back in 4 years. And I hope he is.
3 years this time. Okay.
Oh, yeah, 3 years. Oh, shit. See, I knew I was going to fuck that up, too, because I was thinking, yeah, is it really that?
It's all good. But that would be natural. That would be natural. But did you catch him in the interview after he was done with all his events?
When he was talking to his family?
No, when he was talking to Mike Tirico.
No, I missed that one.
Okay. He kept it Aaron Rodgers real. He said, I'm trying to get something regular to eat. I'm trying to go home. I ain't trying to see a damn pool. Mike Tirico says, so what about Paris in 3 years? He says, man, I ain't even trying to think about that right now. I'm trying to get something to eat. I'm trying to go home. Man, I like this dude, man. I like him a whole lot because he's like, yo, don't sweat me with this sport on sport situation right now. I just got finished training hardcore for 4 years, canceled the games, and had to come back and train hardcore again for another year. It's a mental mind fuck for everybody involved in the Olympic Games, I'm sure.
And you know what
about that right now?
About that too is like, can you imagine you train 4 years to get in there and do that, and then all of a sudden you have to wait 1 more year? So, I mean, as athletes, I'm not that I'm an athlete, but you would set your whole mindset up for the next game or the next competition or whatever. And then these dudes set 4 years of their life up to do this. Then they have to readjust and then do another 1 year and then go back into the competitiveness in that time frame. Now they're only going to have 3 years to do it, like you referenced to. But that dude's going to be back in the pool next week, bro. Once he gets back home, sees his family, impregnates his wife, gets into the next or girlfriend, whatever she is, and then gets in the pool the next week, bro. Yeah. Good to see.
Yep, he's going to be in the backyard swimming with gators in no time, okay? So still in the pool, the women's 4x200 freestyle swimming relay, man, it went down.
Oh, snap. That was dope.
Everybody went out. They came in hard, okay? Everybody wanted to win. Everybody said, go for the gold, damn it. And guess what they all did? Gold, silver, bronze, all beat the last world record.
That's right. China, USA, and Australia. Dude, that was awesome. I watched that. That was dope. I actually got to see that one.
See, when you see something beautiful like that, and you see like these great Olympic achievements, the young girl remind me of my little sister that won the wrestling gold. Okay, and you see some of these other people, the young lady with fencing, like we talked about last week. USA never won a gold fencing situation before. Then you see these two fools. This is it right here. This is the story. Olympic high jump competitors who will remain nameless because of their actions on this show. They get no shine here. I will tell you where they are from, though. One from Italy, one from Qatar. High jump, as I mentioned. Okay, high jump.
Oh, the high jump. What you
Now,
got, homie?
These dudes both clearly go for the gold. Okay, they listen to the pod too much. Okay, they must have forgot or didn't understand the situation that there is one gold, one silver, one bronze.
But
Now,
did they really though? I got something for you.
They go through the situation and they both tie. They both do a jump off and they both fail. Now,
Because you have to get the highest height, right? Another one of those things that I would like to know if I'm watching.
Correct. Now, here's another problem for y'all. IOC, you got to get your mind right. Okay. The Italian dude, and something that we mentioned before might have been a nice little motivation for him, goes over to the judge after they are both at the same height and have both fouled once in the jump off and says, can we both just have gold? The judge goes, well, yeah, there's nothing in the rules that says you can't. And it's over. What in the world is going on right here?
Okay, so
this is a competitive sport. Somebody's supposed to win.
Right.
This ain't another situation where we had the same time and we can go run it again.
Right. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong, homie. So, A, what I have for that, B is more important, but A is I don't think this is the first. I know this isn't the first time that double gold has been given out. I do remember in another Olympics where there's been a tie for gold, and I wish
it was probably a timed situation.
But as you just referenced to, they could have just had a runoff, which they could have had a runoff if that's part of the IOC rules. So this is my next question, and this is my next idea. How the hell do you break an Olympic high jump tie? It's not soccer where you can go into shootouts, okay? Penalty kicks or whatever they call them in soccer. It's not a kick where you can line up in an XFL style or something where you can line up your kickers and just see who can make the farthest field goal without missing or something like that, right?
Right.
Okay, or line up your quarterbacks, and I'm using NFL because that's about the only thing we know right now. Or get a home run derby, right? A home run bat off. Who can hit the home runs like we saw Juan Soto do in the home run derby? Right. 3 outs, 3 pitches or whatever. How do you do an Olympic high jump?
Well, look, in some sports where it runs down like this, they'll go to a secondary metric like how fast. Did you do it faster than the next person? Okay. They do this a lot on game shows too. So you end up with the same score. If you watch in the $100,000 pyramid, we both got 14 trying to try to win in the bonus round. But how do they decide? They usually decide on time. High jump, there's not necessarily another time. How fast you ran up to the bar? No. So I really don't know. But all I know is that if they didn't make an attempt, where's sportsmanship gone? Okay, because if my man from Italy
it's canceled culture, bro. Like they don't want to be canceled. They don't want to do the right thing. Which I commend them for doing the right thing. But I mean, come on,
right thing.
Don't you want to win?
Look, hey, I don't know what the boy from Cutter's bonus is for winning gold. Okay, but if it's not more than 213,000, okay, I'm pretty pissed off because what did I do that for him for? Okay, so if we set up to the side and said, oh, your bonus is 150 minus 216, that's that's 360 and some change. We'll just split the difference. We'll cut each other a check for the difference to make sure that we both bonus the same. maybe, but still, it's not about the bonus situation to me.
If
somebody
Qatar
should be trying to win,
if Qatar dude gets 150,000 instead of 75,000 for his silver, if he would have got silver, if Qatar dude gets 75,000 for silver and 150,000 for gold, and the payouts are equal for dude who actually both of the payouts, the Italy guy or whatever he was from gets 213,000, and then Qatar dude gets 175,000 instead of 75,000. I can see where that comes into play. If you still get your full bonus for that, cool. But if Qatar dude said, if his country comes back and says, bro, you didn't win the gold, you're only getting this much, then that's fucked up.
What fucked up is they should have tried to win. Okay, so
they did try to win. They couldn't get the next quarter of an inch or whatever. So you know what they should do? They should start them out again at the lower level and just keep them going back to back to back.
That's how you break the tie. Okay, or you know what? Here's another observation I had about the high jump. Okay, I know the dude that invented the backwards jump with your back over the bar is some great innovator.
Oh, I thought you were going to tell me you knew the dude.
Nope. I don't know. But I know he's some great innovator. But are they really jumping high, though? Okay. They need to change the whole sport, scrap it. Okay. And change the high jump to like the NBA or NFL combine. Just jump straight up. Jump straight up off of vert. That's high jump. That's high jump. Okay.
But that's not in the rule book, brah.
No, you got to have progression. Okay. This is the Olympics. You're allowing breakdancing in Paris. Okay. You got skateboarders out here and doing all of this that used to be just regular X game situation. Now it's an Olympic sport. Okay. Handball and some, I don't even see, look, okay. Y'all need IOC, y'all need to go back to y'all rule book and your constitutional committee, and y'all need to take all of this stuff into consideration, because this can't happen moving forward. All of these little things about citizenship, who reps who, ties, why in boxing is there gold, silver, and 2 bronzes? You tell me that. What are we fighting for in the last fight then? If we both getting it, why do we even have to fight? They got to look.
That's a good point.
That's what I'm saying. I should be like, oh, well, I'm good then. I should be like these boys right here and be like, oh,
save a concussion or two.
I'm in the bronze medal fight, and what are we gonna fight this for? We just put my hand, go take me in there, and I raise my hand. Oh, we both get bronze. We'll call it a day. I did not even know that was a thing. Okay. Speaking of that, when did boxing take off the headgear for amateur Olympic boxing?
I haven't, you know what? I haven't even seen a damn boxing match.
No damn sign of headgear, bro. Women or men. Shocked the hell out of me. I was like, yo, this is what's up.
I need my boy Zach Carpenter to come on next week or whenever we can talk about the Olympics again, because I want to know what the hell's going on in wrestling. Homie, have you seen any wrestling?
Just a one yesterday. Women.
A woman, right?
68 kilos.
Yeah. Again, what the fucking read is that? What the fuck does that mean? And I don't want to know. I'm getting off subject, but I don't care about a 1.8 meter height guy. Is this dude 6 foot or is he 6'10" throwing the fucking baseball? Okay, I'm done with that. But I need my boy Zach Carpenter, go Cougs, for him to elaborate on this wrestling thing. Again, I'm watching wrestling and I'm gonna get blasted, I know, but it didn't look like there was a whole lot going on when they were wrestling.
I'm telling you, I'm watching this and I'm going, my coach had us a lot more active than that. we was shooting more than that. And if we were inactive, the ref was stopping, whistling, and telling us to get after it. There was none of this just constant collar, elbow, collar tie-ups and pushing and shoving. There was a lot more action. Now, granted, there's a little bit more on the line, but come on, dude. You got to get a single leg tie-up. You got to shoot the half Nelson. You got to go for the fireman's. You got to get all of that popping off. This is the Olympics, man. And by the way, 68 kilos, 149 pounds.
Oh, thanks for clarifying that after the fact. I still should have known that when I was fucking watching it.
Man, yo, and at the same time, man, that's all fun, man. But they got to fix all of this stuff, man. They can't just be letting these athletes get over on y'all. They getting over on y'all with these gold medals, man. Even though, out of 556 grams of metal involved in a real medal, only 6 grams of it is gold. Still, I need the prestige because when I get back to my country, I need to get that bonus, whatever it is, to go alongside with my endorsement money. But we
represent, be proud, be American.
We talked a little bit earlier about the men's soccer team, the inferior men's soccer team, not even able to qualify for the Olympics. We got to give a last shout out to the women's soccer team. I don't know if it's a shout out. They playing for bronze. At least they get something this year after last year not even making the bronze medal game on some crazy stuff that went down. But at least they can walk away with something, because I'm changing my mind up a little bit. You're not losing the gold. You're actually winning bronze and winning silver. So I'm showing a little bit more respect for the top 3 guys. And gals.
So, I mean, you brought up women's soccer. I want to say this. From what I've watched, I mean, every year, I think the most excited event I would want to watch would be the women's soccer team, right? Because they're very, very good. Mm-hmm. But in the game against Canada, I got to see the replay the other day, and they didn't seem like they were as aggressive as they normally are. And I don't know how to go into a full effect of the whole game.
They're old.
Excuse me. But, but still, I mean, I don't think that that's an excuse. I don't think that's not an excuse, but I don't think that's the theory. I think that has to do with coaching. I don't think that has to do with the players. And it just seemed like that whole game against Canada was very slow and very non-competitive. And like you said, they lost on some shenanigans where they got Canada got a penalty kick right inside the box, or a foul inside the box. So they had a penalty kick and they scored on that, right? But it just seems like the whole women's soccer this year has just been not as competitive as I thought they would be. I mean, yeah, they're playing for bronze, so shout out to them. I hope to see, I think they play at 1 a.m. or something Eastern Standard Time, so maybe 9 tonight. But hopefully I'll get to see the replay in the morning if I don't see the live tonight, because there's 1 in the morning tonight or Wednesday night. No, I ain't seeing that. I was way past my bedtime. But it's very intriguing to me. But if they are aged, like you said, homie, they need to get the new crop coming, because I think women's soccer is one of the most exciting events to watch, in my opinion. Probably because they've been good for 20 years.
Exactly. But see, that's what I'm saying. It's almost like the women's basketball team, they've got Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi both going for their 5th gold medal. They're the only holdouts. Okay. But on the women's soccer team, you still got Megan Rapinoe, and you still have Julie Ertz and Carly
Morgan,
Carly Lloyd. You still got Alex Morgan. These chicks have been playing for this team forever, I know they do have some new names in there. Maybe you just need to, just like Brianna Scurry is still not in the goal, Hope Solo is still not in the goal. You gotta get some young, fired up people on the squad and restart it over. These chicks are taking up spots for the young and motivated. You got to do it at some point. Take notes, Lakers.
All right, man. What an Olympic rant, man. We went on all that tangent, so thanks everybody for listening to that. Dude, I think, man, I'm gonna think about this, but hopefully they show some replays of the Olympics. I know you can go to the fucking Peacock, and check that shit out. Like, hopefully they have. I haven't been able to check all of them out, but hopefully they have the replays of some games or some gold medal matches, and maybe NBC has put together a better structure where they can, at least in the gold medal games, that they can evaluate and let the people know. What'd you call it? Education something? Edutainment.
You need to keep us entertained, but give us some education while we're at it.
Yeah, because you know what, I'm looking forward to, like, and I said this before, I'm not the replay watching guy, but in this aspect, I know "but's" not a word and you should never use it, but I did it again. So I want to go back and watch these games and just be like, okay, cool. Now I can learn something from it, which we need to learn something every day anyways. So I want to see what they can come and bring to the table with that, and see what's going on, because there's shit like the trampoline and the fucking rock climbing that we didn't even get into. Have you seen any of that? I've heard about it.
That trampoline stuff is crazy.
But I haven't even seen any of it, dog. That's the thing. Like, you can't watch this.
But see, look, so, I mean, by the time we reconvene again next week, the games will have been concluded. And I would love, brilliant idea, I would love to see a red zone style replay of some of these things on NBC somewhere after the fact, so we could all go back and check out some of this stuff and cut out all the commercials, cut out all of the talk, just show performance. And maybe they can enlighten us a little bit and maybe catch up on some stuff that we missed too at the same time. So you know what, I'm gonna be sad to see it go, because like I said, I tell you how much I enjoy the Olympics. And I'm sure my wife needs the TV back. Too bad. Okay. It is what it is. You got a couple more. You got till this weekend. You can have the TV back. Just in time. Just in time for preseason NFL.
Yeah. Yeah. And then she ain't getting the controller for that either.
Then it's just the weekends. Then it's back to 9 hours of football.
Oh, dude, that's dope. Bro, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out too. Maybe we'll see what we can put together next week with all the shenanigans that we talk and all the shit we talk about the Olympics and what we liked and what we disliked. Hopefully the medal count stays in the USA favor. We'll touch on the Olympics next week. We have to give a recap.
A nice big bow on it at the end when we get back. We'll get on it. Not probably won't be as heavy since you guys have heard it all, but we'll come back with a nice big hefty car-sized Christmas bow on this thing for y'all.
Hey, thanks everybody for listening. We might have another seg for you, so stay tuned. I still got some leaf blowers going on out here. Haven't heard any drilling in the hallway and knocking shit off my wall. My shot glasses haven't broke any of those motherfuckers yet. When they do that, I'm gonna be pissed, because I got about, 40, 50 shot glasses up there from all of you out there. And I was big homie, you were one of them.
Hey.
I don't need any of that shit broken. There are collectibles. They are items. They are significant to me. So we'll be back. Appreciate y'all listening. Wash your damn hands. We don't need to get this COVID shit going again.
Damn, this is wild, man. They got us about to put a mask back on.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Now back to your weekly sports fix with Stix.
Hey, Anon's big homie and I are back, and we've had a shit show of a day, let me tell you. Some leaf blowing, some hammering, some drilling, all sorts of bullshit going on. But we got Mr. Aaron Barcott, Pasco's greatest women's basketball coach of all time, in the house, back after his sabbatical from enjoying the summer vacay. Aaron, how you doing, my man?
Well, man, yeah, we did win that district championship this year. And I'm going to tell you, I went to probably 5 different restaurants and bars that day, wearing the net, cut down the net, did all the fun. I just had the net. And because I'd been coaching, I was in my sweatsuit. It was like 100 degrees. There's probably people looking at me in every restaurant. Why is this guy wearing a hoodie and some sweatpants and 100 degrees with a net around his neck? But that was a good day, man. I enjoyed that stuff. But yeah, I'm glad to be back on, man. Get to talk to you guys again and get caught up on what's been going on, especially after the trade deadline. I'm really excited.
Yeah, man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. That's what we got you on. We want to hear we want to hear a little bit of the. No one wants to hear about the Yankees, but.
Now he's excited. Now he's excited, right? All of a sudden, there's a whole lot of excitement going on in the Bronx and for all of those Yankee fans. All of a sudden, I don't know why.
Well, I'll tell you
I don't know what happened at the end of the month. Something changed.
and that's why he's back. He's a smart man, and I appreciate all his insight. And we're gonna get into it. First of all, I hope y'all don't forget and don't miss out on the August 12th, as reference to Mr. Barcott's Yankees and the Chicago White Sox doing the Field of Dreams game that was supposed to go on in 2020. Now it is on in 2021. Bro, that's just going to be an amazing sight just to see that. That's going to be pretty dope. So
is Kevin Costner going to show up? Is James Earl Jones going to show up?
Absolutely,
is
bro.
Yoda going to show up?
I'm going to tell you, if baseball knows what they're doing, and they usually don't.
They don't.
They don't. We've talked about that numerous.
They have no clue what they're doing. I mean, shit, that's why, we can get into all that. But if they know what they're doing, they would absolutely 100% make sure that every living actor from that movie showed up for that series. Period.
Yeah, 100%. Like, there's no way. They have the field built. They have the stands built. They have all this. And they've had over a year since they were supposed to do it to get it right. If these fools don't figure it out, then they're fucking around. But the problem with that is it's on Fox, I believe. So it's on Fox.
Yeah.
But still, they fucking up too, just like ESPN and NBC and all these networks fucking up everything because they don't know how to present their product. They don't know how to show the fans and give the fans what they need. They have no clue. That's why we've been going on this tangent, Anas, big homie, with the IOC and NBC and ESPN and all this shit for so long. They don't know how to do it. But
they literally should be blowing this up. This should be like every 4th commercial right now. And believe it or not, there are sports radio callers who did not know that this was on. Yep. You believe that damn shit? Okay. So we've already talked about MLB marketing is trash. They need to get better. I'm for hire, by the way. But they need to get better, and they just need to get their product out there because it's not a young product anyway, and they don't know how to work it. So, yeah, this needs to be out there to the old heads. They're marketing this game to us.
If James Earl Jones and Kevin Costner are not there, bro, it's a disappointment. All in hands.
It's a
fail.
It's a failure. It's a failure.
100%.
And to piggyback what Anonymous Homie just said, this is the difference with Major League Baseball. The NFL and the NBA, you would know about this. The NFL for sure, they market things so big now that they don't even have to market the London game anymore. Remember that when that was a big deal? They don't have to market the London game anymore because they marketed it so well, they sold it so well that it's just an expectation that we're going to get up one Sunday morning and find out at 7:30 one of our fucking fantasy running backs already played because they played in London 8 hours ahead of us because it's just the norm now. It's gotten so normal that it's on you, the fan, to keep up because the NFL already sold it. And Anonymous is right. Major League Baseball's failed. I guarantee people they don't even know what's going on. If they do know what's going on, they're not sure of the date. How do you F this up? That's one of the best baseball movies of all time. And now you're going to play on that field and you didn't sell it. And you can't sell it now because it's 8 days away. Like he said, it should be on TV every fourth commercial. But they already didn't do the preemptive stuff. You're 8 days away and most people don't know it. It's ridiculous. They need to stop worrying about changing rules and worry about marketing their game. If you market your game, you don't have to change rules.
100%. And definitely you missed a couple of the rules podcasts we did, and we talked about all that bullshit too. But damn, that's crazy. Yeah, they definitely screw it up, and we always try to help them. And they take all of our other ideas, right? Now, Big Homie, they take a lot of our other ideas on the MLB network, so they might as well start listening to the podcast some more and taking some more of this shit into insight. But let's talk about some players on the move because this affects all of our teams. The Yankees, Aaron Barcott, Dodgers, Anas Big Homie, and my Mariners, and all of you Washingtonian Mariners as well. Just to run down a few things, we got I just started off real quick. Scherzer and Turner to the Dodgers, Chris Bryant to the Cubs, Joey Gallo and Rizzo to your Yankees, Aaron Barcott. Nelson Cruz was an early move to Tampa Bay. Kimbrel rolled across town to from the Cubs to the White Sox. Baez to the Mets. I like that one. Marte to Oakland. I like that one too as a baseball fan, not as a AL West fan. Schwarber to Boston. Berrios went to Toronto. What are your guys' thoughts on these moves? I mean, Barcott, what do you think of the Yankee moves? I mean, in my opinion, Rizzo, fucking solid. I mean, you couldn't have got a better pick there, right? But why the hell Gallo?
So let me just start off by first saying, when you saw all those moves, Baez shocked me because that told me Chicago was just blowing it up, and they're going back to 60 and 100 for the rest of the next 5-6 years. That was, in my opinion, Baez was the face of that organization. I realized they had a great young lineup in 2016 when they won, but Baez was the guy. So
and how do you not build around that? Even if you trade everybody else, how do you not keep him around to build around him, right?
Correct.
They were all there, and they kept losing.
Well, they never built pitching. If you look, even when they won the World Series, pitching was all free agents. They never developed pitching. But back to the Yankees. I don't mind the Gallo thing because here's why. He's a legit defensive outfielder. He's won the Silver Slugger as the best defensive outfielder at his position. I know he's a swing and miss guy, but that's what baseball is, right?
You're taking that one catch that he just got the other day off the wall as
no.
a great defensive player. Come on now. Don't give me that bullshit.
No.
That motherfucker cannot hit and he cannot play. His strikeout rate is 38%. And the MLB average is 25%. We've already talked about that weeks ago.
But what you didn't hear me say was Silver Slugger, where you get to be awarded for your defense and hitting. Okay. I realize he's a swing and miss guy. That's what I was getting into. I mean, let's not talk. Don't let anonymous homie.
He's not a Gold Glover.
He's won defensive awards. He's one of the best defensive outfielders. And by the way, so is Aaron Judge. You can look it up. They've won awards for their defense. And don't let me get on anonymous homie because we can talk about Bellinger, who's had to move to first base and hit 150 this year.
Don't talk about throws from first base to the mezzanine section. I don't want to hear about it.
But here's what I will say, though. And here's why I don't mind Gallo. And I get it. Gallo was not a guy. When you already have Stanton and Judge in your lineup, you don't need another swing and miss home run hitter. But you get a guy that's got 50 home run power, and we're not paying him. Texas is paying him this year. And we did not give up a top 10 prospect. So, well, hell, if I'm the Seattle Mariners and I can get a 50 home run talent, yeah, he's a swing and miss guy, but he's got home run power. And Anonymous and I talked about this with your Seattle Mariner lineup early in the year. Who's going to hit for you guys? Who's going to be the big offer? If you can get a 50 home run power guy, not have to pay him, and not give up any of your best prospects, well, shit, that might not have been the plan, but why not do it? And then, by the way, we turned around and Anthony Rizzo we got for almost for free. I think we're paying $2.2 million combined for both of those guys the rest of the year. So you basically gave us Gallo and Rizzo for $1 million each. I would take that and not give up a top-tier prospect. I mean, again, it doesn't fix all your holes. I'm not suggesting it's the greatest trade deadline ever. But if you have that option to get those two guys and you're only paying $1 million for each of them, and you don't have to
how does a trade like that even come about, bro? Like how do these
and here's where the Mariners have to trade their fucking closer to do anything.
Oh my God. 2 year division rivals who are 7 games up on you at that
who,
point.
By the way, then turned around and got Miami's closer the next day. We don't have a talent heavy minor league system, but what everybody talked about, and it being a Yankee fan, I kind of knew about, but not a lot, was our depth. We've got so for example, look at last night. We played the Baltimore Orioles. We bring out 2 kids making their major league debuts. Both of them
pitching?
Yes. And both of them throwing 100 miles an hour. We had a kid come out and make his major league debut throwing 100 miles an hour, pitch 6 innings shutout ball. And then the next kid that relieved him in the 7th inning was throwing 100 miles an hour. So and I've never heard of these cats, but that's how deep we are. So we didn't even trade these guys. So it was
they're all flying under the radar. Like nobody knows about these guys.
Right.
They're not top 50 prospects.
Exactly. We don't have that white hot minor leaguer, but we've got a ton of very good guys that can make Major League Baseball. And maybe they'll be at major leagues, role players or whatever, but you've got a minor league system full of guys that are not major league ready, but have major league talent. Not to be superstars, not Hall of Famers, but they're guys that can help your team. And so we're so deep that we can trade 5 guys for Gallo. We can trade 4 guys for Rizzo and it not ruin our minor league system and still be able to bring up 2 cats to beat the Orioles with 100-mile-an-hour fastballs.
Okay, first of all, you lost to the Orioles the day before that, so don't get that twisted.
We did, and we lost because we started that lefty we got from the Angels that was 6-7 in Anaheim with a 5-run ERA, and he went out and gave up 4 solo home runs.
Hey, real quick, while we're talking about the Yankees and Orioles, I need a consensus right here. Over under 9.5 tonight. Over under 9.5 right now.
It's gonna be over.
Over. 100% over, right? Yeah. Fucking.
And part of it is, and this is also the reason we had to bring
putting it in right now as we speak. Live.
The reason we had to bring up the rookies. We don't have Corey Kluber's 4-week injury has turned into 3 months. Eric Cole and Jordan Montgomery, 2 other starters, just tested positive for COVID. So we're down to Domingo Herman and 4 minor leaguers in the starting rotation for the next 2 weeks. So that's where we're at.
Hey, you can have James Paxton back next year.
I love the fact you guys doubled his salary and he blew out his arm without pitching.
Cash out. You hear that cash register just ding that.
Yep.
No, my biggest takeaway from the free agent situation is not the work of the majestic Dodgers. It's really not. It is really what you spoke about earlier. It is the work of the Cubs waving the white flag.
Yes, they
Okay. It has been, this is the 5th season since championship wins. Okay. You gave the core of that squad 4 solid years, given one COVID one, to replicate the magic that they did when they struck down the curse of the GOAT. Okay. And for whatever reason, those same guys were in place the entire time. Now, you can put that on the Ricketts and the GM and everybody else who didn't provide everything else that they needed to make it happen. But those guys were in place the entire time. Who are the only guys who were worth a damn to that team? Those guys. Now, what makes this all so special, okay, after this, is the day, first game for each player after being traded. Oh, wasn't it so beautiful?
I know where he's going. Yep.
Chris Bryant, bam, home run. I'm glad to be up out of there. Anthony Rizzo, for the pinstripes, bang, home run. Woo, so happy to be up out of there. Javi Baez, crossed away.
Damn.
Metropolitans, bam, home run. So happy to be up out of there. It was almost like they knew that the clock was up. They needed a fresh reset to get it going. And maybe the Cubs need to go back to 1908 in order to rebuild the situation, okay? We know how MLB owners work. It's cash first, ass last. So they're going to get the cash first because they know the tickets are coming. There's apartments across the street with seats in them. They get paid. People be paying for this shit, and it looks like a suite up in there in the whole nine. So the team is paid regardless. They got the infrastructure for fandom is already there, just like the Dodgers, the Yankees, everything else. Ain't nobody going nowhere, regardless of how horrible the team is.
What?
So they did what they had to do to get some returns for those guys who were the only guys worth a damn over there. And since we've given them 4 hardcore solid seasons to make it happen, let's hit the reset button and let's chase this damn thing again. And hopefully we ain't out too much money. We already know what the Dodgers are going to do. Max Scherzer's making his first start today. I don't know why we would get a dude that's going to be going straight to DL, Trey Turner, but whatever. Maybe we don't even need him because everybody else on our squad's hurt too. So just throw them in the pile of the bones of everybody else that's hurt. But
Hey,
what Scherzer does tonight.
Real quick, before we get into the Dodgers, I got something to ask, and I got a question. So you have Rizzo, you had Baez, you have Chris Bryant, right? So they got rid of Joe Madden and they brought in who? David Ross, right?
Yeah.
They brought in David Ross in 2020. And all these dudes played with David Ross. So what was it that they decided, well, you know what? Was it a something going on in the locker room or something that David Ross wasn't like? Because David Ross was supposed to be the savior. Grandpa that they all worked with was supposed to be their guy.
They still have Theo, correct? The GM?
Yep.
They still have Epstein?
Yep.
And that's what's driving me nuts with the Yankees, by the way. And so I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to answer this question with you right now. I think they got rid of Joe because they thought Joe, obviously he won for him, but he came out of Tampa where he was used to having low-end talent or managing very young guys. And then obviously Tampa was always competitive with young guys, but they were never going to keep him. Then they get Joe in there, and it's analytics. Analytics is killing baseball.
Oh my God. Have we talked about that before in us, big homie? I don't know if you were on, Aaron. We talked about that.
We talked about that. At least one time we talked about it.
Yeah.
So,
killing it.
Joe, that's why Joe Madden now, everybody thinks he's not a good manager because he's in Anaheim, I believe still, unless they fired him already. I don't know. But he's down there where there's no analytics. And now everybody's thinking, well, he did well in Tampa. They weren't analytics. He just understood young talent. He doesn't have young talent in Anaheim. Okay. Don't forget Anaheim's playing without Mike Trout right now. And they cut for they DFA'd because Anonymous Dodgers now have Pujols. He's probably wishing they didn't because he ain't done shit since he got there. But the Cubs are analytics. The administration runs it. So even as a manager, so when you ask about the locker room, in those teams that are run like analytics, the manager has no control. And it comes to a point where, like Anonymous was talking about, they had 4 years. Well, in those 4 years, those young men learned whoever you throw in that manager's office, he has no power. He doesn't make the lineup card. He doesn't make any decisions. He's just here to argue with the umpires. Because Theo Epstein and those guys, just like Brian Cashman had started doing, literally hand the manager the lineup card.
Oh, wow. Is that real, though?
That's Brian Cashman admitted it. And he and Theo are best friends. He does the same thing. They hand them the lineup card. And if,
What's that even how is that even possible?
And if the manager,
I'm a baseball guy, and I don't understand that.
That's anti-baseball. That's anti-baseball. That is anti-baseball. That's anti-baseball.
Tommy Lasorda ain't having that shit.
Exactly. No, it's Joe Torre. And so you try being Brian Cashman handing Joe Torre a lineup card and then saying this like he does to Aaron Boone and just like Theo does to his Cubs managers. If you don't like the lineup, you have to have a solid argument. The wife's already mad. So that's that analytical stuff. That's where it's not just we base baseball decisions, day-to-day lineups, or, you can't pencil in 1 through 9 anymore because they change every day based off analytics. Are we facing a lefty or a righty? Does he throw hard? Is he whatever. But even now it's gotten so bad the managers don't even have say on the lineup card. I mean, and
that's ridiculous.
What happened in Chicago? You get a young team that's got a big head because they won a championship, and now they know the manager has no power. You can't tell me what to do. You can't even make up the lineup card, so I'm going to do me. And then all of a sudden, that's why you have a team. Look at that lineup that we just talked about got traded. They traded 4 thumpers. Win in the NL Central? In the Central, you can't beat the Reds? Because those cats were it was the inmates running the asylum, I promise you. Because the GM decided I have more power and I'll make up the lineup card. And the manager is he's like the Queen of England. He's just a figurehead. He just sits there.
Man, look, you got to give Theo some credit, man. Look, you know how baseball works. It's buying and selling this time of year. Those 3 guys got paid fairly chunky, okay? 19.5 for Chris Bryant. I just looked it up because I wasn't 100% sure. But 16.5 for Rizzo, okay? That was a 7-year deal. Rizzo's deal was 7 years. Chris Bryant was a free agent last year. He just signed a 1.
Right.
That was okay, we respect you because you brought us the title.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18 plus terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
But this ain't the future.
Plus, they owed him for 7 years that he already owed them from not taking the other deals because they had strung him out over the whatever.
Exactly, from the first contract. But the money that they got was for everything that was already achieved.
Already done, yeah.
Yep, that was the title and the couple of years before when he was chasing down the title. Now it's like, okay, now we've done that. Now it's time to go Marlins on your ass. Now it's time to go A's on your ass. Now it's time to go Red Sox on your ass, which Theo knows everything about, and build this thing. Hopefully they farm. I don't know what farms look like nowadays, but they got some farm out there and they got a plan in place. But from the business side of it, it seems smart. If I just looked up and it's close to 40 mil right there, that now you're not obligated.
Is there a salary cap in baseball?
Ask the managers if it's a salary cap.
Yeah, I know. Is there a salary cap in baseball? So what the fuck is the point of ditching salary because they don't matter?
Here's what drives me nuts, and Anonymous's team is going to be hit with this. As a longtime Yankee fan, here's what drives me nuts about Hal. He's handcuffed us because of the luxury tax. Now, the luxury tax grows year to year. We, after 2009, won that World Series, and then we got old and dilapidated over the next 5 years. And people don't know this, Garrett Cole was the first major free agent we'd signed since CeCe. We had, literally, look it up, the Yankees did not sign a $100 million free agent between CeCe and Garrett Cole. So from 2009 to 2020, the Yankees did not give any free agent $100 million, let alone.
Because George Steinbrenner ain't around. If George Steinbrenner had been around, that would be a whole different story.
Oh, no. This team would be vastly different now if George Steinbrenner. But my point being, there's no salary cap. But that luxury tax, what happens is, and that's where Hal got caught into it. Because George actually did sign that team. That was a George Steinbrenner free agency. And then Hal inherited a team that for the next 5 years, the luxury tax increases. We got so bad, and that's why I say Anonymous, the Dodgers are headed there, where we had to make free agent choices because when you sign a free agent after X number of years over the luxury tax, it becomes a 1-for-1. That's why we didn't sign Manny Machado, because at that point in time, we were still over the luxury tax for X number of years. And so if we sign this guy for $300 million, we are giving up almost $200 million over the lifetime of that contract to pay for it. So now Manny Machado for us would have been almost $500 million. I saw that thing pop up too. I don't know what it was. But that's where the salary cap is. It's not a salary cap for the luxury tax. Manny Machado would have
been going for that long, have we?
Yeah. It's almost 4:00. We've been going 45 minutes, 40 minutes. But that's the luxury tax. That's the problem with the luxury tax is that once you've been over it for so long, it's like 75 cents on the dollar what you owe Major League Baseball per your next contract. That's why I think, some of these guys at the Dodgers, just like the Yankees had to let guys go, some of these guys at the Dodgers are going to go because if I re-sign this cat, I'm going to have to pay 75 cents on the dollar to Major League Baseball to keep him because we've been over the luxury for so long. And that's where the Yankees are turned back. And that's why it was so big to get Rizzo and Gallo for free, because we were right up against it. The luxury tax is $210, and we are like $206. So Brian Cashman was under this order, make this team better. But by the way, you only got $4 million.
So speaking of that, so the 2021 Dodgers are now the largest payroll in MLB history with $280 million. Second largest to their 2015 when they were $272 million, which they had to pay a luxury tax on that. I remember that. They paid the luxury tax on that. So
I'm sure they have not dropped below the luxury tax between 2015 and 2021, which means they're pushing that threshold the Yankees did.
They're doing the Bobby Bonilla, pay it later.
Yep, we got to push everything back and then just pay you for 20 years.
I mean, you're gonna have to because that tax goes up to over 40%. So you got to get creative with the signatures. And
can you void contracts like the NFL?
No, because baseball and NBA are guaranteed. Everything's guaranteed. That's why they don't get signing bonuses. It's guaranteed.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Yeah, look, Garrett Cole right now could blow out his arm and never set foot on the bump again, and we still owe him the rest of that $300+ million contract. I mean, it is what it is, So, hey, by the way, the Dodgers are paying Trevor Bauer for that contract.
Oh,
at least theirs is an opt-out for 4 straight years. He basically had 4 one-year contracts, but that guy's not going to pitch after June, and they're going to have to pay him. I think his first year was $40 million or something because he wanted to be the highest paid.
It was high, yep.
And then the rest of it was like 18, 19 million. So they're cutting him a check to defend himself from not going to jail for choking women out during sex.
I was just
talking about that.
They're paying Instagram models for services rendered is what they're doing. Third party. It's a third party check. You know what I mean?
Third party check. You're getting paid. We're paying these porn stars through Trevor Bauer to pay you.
That's real talk though. We talked about that. Like him and Deshaun Watson should not see the field in a day
By the way, Deshaun Watson, the only reason he's free right now is because his manager did a great job. The women are not going to be deposed, even though he now officially has at least 10 police things now. It's not just 22 where they want money. It's not like there's now 10 cases where he could possibly go to jail. They're not getting deposed until almost October. And his manager, his agent, got it set up where he doesn't have to be deposed until February. So the Deshaun Watson thing is not going to blow up again. All these people I see on social media, all of a sudden no one's talking about Deshaun Watson. That thing's going to blow up in March. Because by then, the courts will have deposed everybody, and now it's time to go. And Trevor Bauer's probably going to be the same thing, where they push it back. And let's because every day every week I wake up and I hear the Dodgers and Major League Baseball have pushed Trevor Bauer back 7 more days.
7 more days, yes.
And I'm like, oh, that's not good news for him. If it's 7 more days, that means the investigation has gotten on to some hot. They want to start talking.
Yeah, we talked about that on House Big Homie that he's gonna be in the in-house ankle bracelet. Not really, but he ain't leaving nowhere, and his agent / lawyer is gonna have to do some work. And her name eludes me right now, but she's got both of those Rachel Luba, yeah. She's got both of those, so she's gonna have to do a lot of work on this. So what do you think? Let's close it out, since I don't know what the hell that text or screenshot meant when it said we gave you guys a few more minutes or whatever. So we got the AL East, Tampa Bay, Boston, 1 game back. AL Central, Chicago White Sox blowing away. Houston blowing it away. Oakland's 5.5 back. That ain't going to be an issue. NL East, Mets up by 1.5 over Philly, 2.5 over Atlanta. The Central, Milwaukee, I don't even know where these guys came from because I don't even hear anything about them. Up 7.5 on Cincy. NL West, wow. San Francisco up 3.5 on the Dodgers and Os Big Homies Dodgers. And then 6 up on San Diego. Wild card race is AL. Boston's up 3, and Oakland is the second team. And we got the Yankees, which I said last week. Aaron Barcott ain't gonna lie that they're dead in the water and they ain't going nowhere. So I ain't gonna lie about that. So I said that. And then Seattle, Toronto, 3 games back, and then NL wild card. Dodgers are up 3.5 for that fourth seed, and then San Diego for the 5th seed, and then Cincy 5 games back. Any of these wild card teams going to make a run? I mean, all due respect to your Yankees and my Mariners, Aaron Barcott, I don't think we're good enough. I don't think my team's good enough. I don't think your team's good enough, and Oakland always finds a way.
I think my team can squeak in a wild card. Boston's been, I don't know what they're smoke and mirrors right now. I don't know how the hell they've done this. They were not supposed to be very good. But I think of the wild card teams, right now the Dodgers, I think, are set best to do it. I think that's going to be a tremendous matchup in that wild card game between they and San Diego, because they're both so talented. And San Francisco and Boston have mystified me. I don't know how these two teams are doing it, but I do think that the Dodgers and Padres wild card matchup, if that's how it ends, I think that either one, whoever wins that game, could take the NL championship, NLCS. I think they're that good. They're that talented. By the way, the East and the NL, it's like the NFC East in football. They're terrible. The Mets are up 3. They're up 3.5 games. By the way, that's the difference in New York. Everybody's celebrating this Mets season. The Yankees are being booed out of town, and they got a better record than Mets. The Mets are 3.5 games up on a team that's got a 2 games over 500 record. So for me, in the NL, Padres, Dodgers, whoever wins that wild card game, if that's where it goes. So I'm not saying it is, but if that's the 2 teams in the wild card, whoever wins that game could be in the World Series. I just think those 2 teams are better than everybody else. The AL, I think, is wide open. AL's wide open. LA, San Diego, I still believe that's where it's at in the NL.
Yeah, I think the Dodgers and the Padres still play. What day is today? The 4th?
Yeah, it's the 4th.
Yeah, the Dodgers and San Diego still play 3, 6, 9 more games. 9 more games against each other. And then the Dodgers actually play San Francisco, another 3-game series, and they haven't fared well against San Francisco. So I don't know. I mean, since he could sneak in, and I don't know. I don't know if I want to go out on the limb, but I will. But we said at the beginning of the year that San Diego and LAD were at least a lock to be in the playoffs. I'm going to go ahead and throw Cincy in there and be like, they're the sleeper. They're going to get one of these teams, San Diego, LAD. How many times has Tatis been hurt this year? He's already on his third IL stint.
So I'm going to throw one thing in and I'll let Anonymous close it out with me. The only reason I can agree with that is this. Since he's not better than the Dodgers, they're not better than San Diego. But we know the way baseball's set up. In September, you play your division. And so when September rolls around, since he gets to beat up on all that mediocrity in the NL Central outside of Milwaukee, and then the Dodgers and Padres have to play themselves and the Giants. And I know they got Arizona and Colorado to beat up on.
Ooh, I like it.
They have to face each other. I mean, if you look at their records are legitimate top-tier records. And those 3 teams have to beat up on each other in September. Cincinnati only has to worry about Milwaukee in September. And then they get to go feast off of Chicago, who's got nothing. They get to feast off everybody. And that's the only reason Cincinnati's not better than LA. They're not better than San Diego. They would be destroyed by those 2 teams. But by virtue of they are keeping themselves in contention leading into September, where I no longer have to worry about anything but my division, they might sneak in. They're terrible, but they might sneak in because of their division.
I've had a lot of bad takes. I said the Mariners would never make it to 500 again. Like 2 months ago, they're over 500. Been there for
wait a minute. They might not finish at 500. We've seen like this before.
I know, but I said they would not
September,
make it to 500 ever.
We've watched it. And by the way, they're just like the Boston Red Sox right now, and then San Francisco Giants. Your pitching is average, your hitting is okay, but not great. You're feasting off of bad teams. Let's wait and see what happens when you have to play Houston 9 times in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're terrible when they play the division. That's what I don't get. They play Toronto, Tampa Bay, Toronto, and the Yankees, and they're like, 10 games over 500 with those against those guys?
No, wait a minute. You lost your series to the Yankees.
Was it they did lose the series? Oh, that was right after the trade.
And that was
before the trade.
Yeah, that was beginning of July. We took 2 out of 3 heading into the All-Star break was the week after.
Oh, that's right. And then now they go to New York after today, which is going to be a catastrophe because if they lost 3 or 4 at home against the Yankees, it could be ugly. But they're like 6-1 against today. I think they actually got their first loss against Tampa Bay, who's the division leader. But, when they get to those games and now the second half of the season, which we've seen before, they're quote unquote building for the future for 2022. The Yankee series could be a catastrophe, but man, like I said they would not get to 500 ever again. Eat my words. I said, Aaron Barcott, your Yankees are not going to even be close. They're getting there, but I still believe that. And then, sorry, announced big homie, either your Dodgers or your Padres or Cincinnati's going to sneak in. Those are my hot takes. So take that for what y'all will.
Look, I have one beef with what was said earlier. Dodgers and wild card don't go together. Y'all just assumed that it's Dodgers and San Diego just fighting it out, battling for the wild card. No. I've been waiting for.
Don't say it, bro. I'm telling you
I've been
right
waiting
now.
for this all season. Y'all think this Chris Bryant signing is gonna drive the needle for these guys, for the Giants? No,
Warning you.
I've been just waiting to reel them back. Okay, you think that this hot situation is going to work? You think that this is the when the Giants used to win every other year? You think this is those guys? This is not those guys.
They've been good all year, dog. How they tell you anything different?
I told you.
Besides the years past.
I've been waiting. What are we talking about? We're talking about 3.5 games. Okay, we're talking about 3.5.
You were talking about one game 2 weeks ago.
Look, okay, we got a couple different transactions that have been made. We'll acclimate these individuals to the squad. We got some pitching situations that, like I said, the IL and the injury report was looking nasty for close to a month. Okay. Time has come back. We can get the roster and the lineup that we want there all the time. You got to teach people how to throw again, some of them, but we get things going, get things started. The NL West will be Dodgers, Giants. San Diego is going to be the one that's going to be fighting. Okay, so that's my point on that. Here we go. Back to the AL. Only thing I have on this, the world would not go right if the Yankees did not find a way to get in. And somehow,
we'll find a way.
You said that last
somehow
year too, so you're right.
The Astros, because it's got to happen. The Dodgers are going to be doing it tonight against the hated Astros in Chavez Ravine. We got to see the Yankees-Astros situation, and then with those transactions that the Yankees have made, with those trash banging cheaters, see if they could put it together. Get Judge back in the mix. You got to get Stanton back in the mix. You know what I mean? Get everybody out there as close to full strength as we can coming down the stretch with a little bit over 50 games left to get into our mojo. Okay? That's all I got. Boston, I don't even know anybody that's on that squad that I really care about. I'm surprised that Tampa Bay has been able to recoup themselves and put themselves in the position that they're in right now. I told you last year about the White Sox. Watch your ass. They coming. Okay.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
Here we go. Here's the sleeper. The Braves might be able to come back and win that damn division too. Okay. They're the only ones that have a positive run share over the competition. The other two don't. They both suck. Okay. How can the Mets be in first place? They only 2.5 games back and a minus runs versus opposition.
With a starter pitcher that has like a 105 ERA.
With what they got. Okay. So the bats aren't there to maintain. I say watch out for the Bravos. Hey, Milwaukee, good for you. Okay. Because we'll give you a free pass to get smacked around. Okay. It's fine. Anything could happen. But we all know the show is the Astros, hopefully, and the Yankees getting in. We also know that the show is the NL West. Other than that, it's just chum in the water.
I do believe that at the end of the day, in my heart of hearts, it is very likely going to be the Dodgers playing whomever in the NLCS, and it very easily could be Houston, New York, and the ALCS. I really do. Because at the end of the day, there's just too much talent on those teams to not get there. It's one of those things where it's a marathon, not a sprint. But then when you get to the playoffs, you have all that talent. Like, there's no one as exciting as Seattle is. Sorry, Jason. As exciting as you might be or excited as you might be for that team, look at that team. Look at it.
You said it from day one.
When you have to sit in a 7-game series and face a Garrett Cole and pitch to a Rizzo and a Judge and a Stanton and a Gallo for a straight, do you have the pitching staff and lineup to match that up?
Nope.
That's where, it's one of those things where I hate to say it because I could be eating my words, but the Dodgers, Yankees, Houston, those are teams that just got to get to the playoffs, and then it's fucking scary real fucking fast.
Yep, once they get there, 100% agree with that. Hey, we're gonna close this out. Hopefully this shit doesn't get cut off in a lost cause like Nam's big homie and I've done before. But appreciate you, Aaron Barkoff, for coming on. Pasco's greatest women's basketball coach ever. Shout out to you and your team, bro. So, hey, you know what? Everybody subscribe, rate, and review. We appreciate it. And go to thisfunner.com for more podcasts and online content. Man, what a fuckery. It's been a fucked up day, bro. We had leaf blowers. We had drilling. We had all that, like I referenced to you before. Now I'm just starting to clear my mind. So, as always, like we said, we thank you for listening. Appreciate it. Go to thisfunner.com for more online podcasts and all that stuff. Appreciate you. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and we'll be back soon. Thanks, fellas. What you got, homie?
Hey, if you think all the technical shenanigans and landscapers blowing off the homie Stix yard and drilling going on wasn't cool enough, just remember the show was off the hook. This is fun.
That was Sports Fix with Stix. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the show. If you want to join the show, use the hashtag StixandSports.
Winners don't make excuses.